Hey guys, it's time for 5 on Fry with me, Ajay Fry. We got some fun stuff for you on this episode, including a new Canadian cosplay cutie, and we'll talk about a successful Kickstarter campaign and one that's looking for some new backers. But I gotta be honest with you, this isn't going to be the most fun or funny episode of 5 on Fry, and honesty is an important virtue for me, and it actually plays big into our first topic. One of the great things about YouTube is that it's open. You can create anything you want and put it online for people all over the world to see. One of the worst things about YouTube is that it's open. You can create anything you want to and put it online for anyone in the world to see. By this I mean that there are plenty of assholes out there profiting from YouTube by manipulating people's emotions in the popular subgenre of social experiment videos. Now the most recent of these assholes to be exposed as nothing but a fraud is some popular YouTuber from Australia who I'd never heard of until today, named Adrian G. There's this Australian TV show called Today Tonight. Good name. Anyway, that recently exposed that Adrian G actually hires actors to play real people in his social experiment videos, and this all came to light in this beautiful television segment, which you can see in its entirety right here, and a link in the description down below. It's both hilarious and frustrating as it highlights that so many of these social experiments are done by people who do not care about being honest with their audiences so long as people are watching their videos. And these social experiment videos are great for causing people to have emotional reactions, inspiring them to want to share the video with more and more people. It's a vicious cycle that makes people feel either uplifted about humanity or terrible about humanity based upon whatever the content of the video happens to be, when in actuality they should feel pissed off at these creators for manipulating them. Anyway, that's all I have to say on that topic. Alright, topic number 2, Kickstarter. I'm a big fan of Kickstarter and I've backed about a dozen projects myself. I think it's a great way to fund small creative projects that may not find a big enough audience locally, or that may not find backing from financial backers who think the project is too risky. But through Kickstarter you can test whether there's a global market for the product or creative project that you're trying to produce. Now of the 12 projects that I've backed, 11 of them have been fantastic, though there is one that I backed back in February and I'm still waiting on an update or my reward. They haven't spoken to their backers since May, and I am so upset about it now. But enough about that bad one. Let's talk about an amazing Kickstarter project called the Super Science Friends. It's an awesome animated series from this animation studio called Tin Man that is actually located in my old neighborhood of Liberty Village right here in Toronto. Brett Jubenville is the guy who's behind this project. The pilot episode is online now. Linky over here. There you go. You should watch it, especially if you're a fan of science and science heroes and innovators from yesteryear, and you like the idea of them combating robotic Nazis who time travel. It's hilarious. It also features my good friend Fearless Fred as the voice of a young Einstein. It's hilarious. Can't recommend it enough. And another project that I can't recommend enough, created by my good friend and former oatmeal wrestling adversary, Robin Dunn. Rattletrap is a graphic novel that is described as a epic space adventure featuring two lost souls on a quest through treacherous galaxies to save their world. You can find a link to their Kickstarter campaign in the description below. Alright, time for our new Canadian cosplay cutie, a good friend of mine, Dr.Orifice. Now, as you can see, he is a most excellent cosplayer, and he's also an excellent boylesque performer. His Inspector Gadget act at Atomic Lollipop was legendary, and beyond being a cosplayer, he also makes his own costumes and props as well. As you can see, he does some amazing crafting work, and he's beginning to take solicitations for custom projects, so if you're interested in having him create something for you, you can find more information on his Facebook page, and you can check out more photos of his awesome cosplay there. So I write scripts for 5 on Fry, outlining what I want to say. And this next topic, I've decided to just speak from the heart and try to do it in one take. This past Wednesday, I got word that someone who I used to work with had passed away. She was battling cancer, and cancer won. And I was caught off guard because Allison Salinas was not what you would picture someone fighting cancer to be like. I saw her, I think, in the last 3 months at a movie, and Zara was with me, and I thought I should introduce Zara to Allison, but we were a few people in from the aisle, and Allison was coming up the aisle, and I thought, oh, I'll introduce them later, because even though I know Allison was fighting cancer. She had beaten it before in 2013, and she was a strong, beautiful, vibrant, energetic person. And I have been very fortunate in my life to, A, have not lost anybody really close to me aside from my grandparents, and B, to not really know anyone battling cancer. My exposure to these subjects is really minimal. I have led a very lucky life, and I know that. So getting word that Allison has passed away, it was shocking. And I regret that I never introduced her to Zara. They would have become fast friends because, like Zara, Allison is just this radiant, happy person who, now that she's not in the world, it's a much darker place. So finally, if you are like me, feeling like this world just keeps getting darker and darker and you're unsure of what to do in order to affect positive change in this world, I do actually have a suggestion for you, and it may catch you off guard. I think we need to fight. Yeah, fight. We need to fight against the darkness. It's pretty simple. We need to fight against authorities and ideologies that attempt to divide us. We have to actively fight against ignorance. We've got to fight against fear, and most importantly, we've got to fight against hopelessness. Violence is an act of desperation, so if we can end despair, violence will follow. And on that note, thanks for watching 5 on Fry. See you in the future.